Every year the holidays roll around and I can feel the panic rising. I've done so well for so long and now there's the holidays. Or I always gain weight over the holidays. Or there are so many parties and temptations. I'll just get by and then I'll restart in January. Does that sound familiar? What if I told you that you can lose weight during the holiday season and it doesn't have to feel so dang hard? Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome to the Kingdom Fit Moms podcast, where we believe that you can go on a journey to lose weight for the last time. I know you've tried all the things and you may not believe me yet, but when you do weight loss the Kingdom Fit Moms way, everything changes. You're in the right place if weight is constantly on your mind. You're confused about food, you're missing out on memories, and maybe even putting your dreams off for another day because this weight struggle is no joke. We're a community and we're on a mission to invite God into this weight loss journey so you can shed the burden and shine your light. I want you to start living and believing in the version of yourself that heaven sees. Let's get started. Okay, we are jumping into our Fit Mom Win of the Week. Every week we share something good that's happening in our Fit Moms Academy community. And I think it's really important to hear what other women are doing and how they're winning because it helps you and all of us to realize what's possible. You know what's funny? I was thinking recently how I first started listening to podcasts, I don't know, maybe like 2018, 2019. And I think I started listening to podcasts about homemaking. Yeah, I think that's where I started. And then I remember I found Sally Clarkson. Where's my Sally Clarkson fans? She was one of my first podcasts I listened to. Who else? There was one called Don't Mom Alone. Anyway, I remember listening to these podcasters and it seemed like something that was so far-fetched, right? Like something that I would never do. Anyway, here I am. And the same goes for you, right? Maybe it seems like there are people out there who just are healthy and can do this, but it's not you. I just want to encourage you that it can be you and it's possible. And that's why I share these wins every week, because I want you to understand that there is a higher level of health and living and abundance and all of that we can attain, and it's good, and we all have access. So don't count yourself out. Okay, so in the month of October, we did a challenge called Boldly Say No to the Flesh. And sometimes there are roots that needed work through, and sometimes we need practice doing the thing, right? When it comes to weight loss. And so in the month of October, we had a challenge where we're taking action and we're building those new brain pathways. And so I'm celebrating many fit moms who took this seriously in October and realized that we can do hard things. We can get uncomfortable. We can make changes by doing the work set out for us. And sometimes, again, it is a practice and there's a discipline involved in weight loss, but it doesn't have to feel torturous. It can feel like this beautiful submission and this beautiful alignment with a better way of life. So good work to all my fellow fit moms in the month of October. We are celebrating you today. So you want to lose weight, feel sexy again, regain confidence, and have energy all afternoon, but the thought of doing all the work to get there feels daunting. And what sounds even worse is putting in all this effort and then failing and wasting your precious time and energy only to end up exactly where you started. Okay, no more wasting time, energy, and money. My program, Fit Moms Academy, is going to teach you how to lose weight with simple, bite-sized steps that are sustainable and get the scale moving in the right direction quickly. I've had multiple students comment after dropping 5, 10, 20 pounds and more that they never knew it could be this easy. You log into your learning portal, and literally every week I'm giving you 1 or 2 bite-sized steps to implement so that by the time you're done inside of Fit Moms Academy, you have an entire new foundation for health, and you didn't even have to step foot in a gym or solely munch on carrots. I'm going to show you how hundreds of women have become set free from diet culture through simple and streamlined processes that allow you to not only see the scale drop, but also learn how to let God heal you from why the struggle exists in the first place. So come hop inside Fit Moms Academy so I can show you how to get to your goal weight faster than you thought possible, so that you can stop hiding and start living out the amazing, unique, God-given call on your life in freedom. Go to kelseywickenhauser.com/join to get started today. All right, I want to have a conversation around the holiday season and weight gain, and just start to change your mindset now, early, that these two things do not have to go hand in hand. And it also doesn't have to be so dang hard. So we're going to get practical today about what we need to do to make sure that you set yourself up for a healthy holiday season. Okay, so step 1. Now, if you've been hanging out with me for a while, you probably know where I'm going to go with this, but the first step is our mindset around it. And instead of fearing weight gain, I want you to get excited about being insanely healthy this holiday season. Let's get creative. What fun ways can you get your family involved? Maybe you guys all sign up for a 5K turkey trot, or a Christmas Eve hike, or you make it a point to go out and play in the snow or make new recipes, or maybe for holiday parties, you can be the one who's bringing the new fun salad to the Christmas party. A lot of my people in my local community kind of know me for that, as the one who brings good salads. So you can totally own it. And I think it's also important to remember the big picture. You are in control over your decisions, and food does not rule over you. How do you want to feel when January rolls around? Lean into that mentality that you can do hard things and that you want to feel well and look amazing at the end of it. So as you can see, it all starts with a mindset to let go of fear and instead get excited about this holiday season and your health. Okay, the next thing that I want you to remember is that food is not the reason for the season or for the holidays, okay? I want you to remember to refocus on what or who is really important. So of course, for Christmas, we know what it's all about, and there are many traditions. A lot of those do involve food, but it's not the sole purpose of the holiday season. You can make your grandma's famous cookies and you can have a couple and call it good, okay? You can do it. I want you to consider, how will a clearer mind help you to be present instead of sluggish and uncomfortable on a bunch of junk food, right? Think about who you are aligning with this holiday season. Maybe it's family, friends, coworkers, friends, kids, friends, families. I don't know what your world looks like, but you're in your world for a reason. And so when you can let go of just feeling consumed and controlled around food, you can really show up and be present with the people there. And I'm guessing, if you've been paying attention at all to the world, I'm guessing that there are people in your life who need a little bit more of the gospel in a tangible way. And so maybe that person is you. How can you be a witness for Christ this holiday season instead of being bogged down by obsessing over food and what to eat and what not to eat? All right, so let's also just look at this whole thing practically. Every week there are 21 decisions to make around meals if you're eating 3 meals a day. So let's say on a really busy week you have 4 holiday events. Okay, maybe the week before Christmas. That's still 17 other choices for good, real food. We're a product of what we do most of the time. So let the events be a one and done thing and try to make the most of good decisions for your other meals, and don't let it spiral you into a whole week of bad decisions. That's just silly, right? When you look at it that way, 17 out of 21 meals that are intentional, real food focused is pretty darn good. One of our fit moms in our community, shout out to you know who you are, she gave this analogy in one of our calls about a pop tire, and how when your car has a pop tire, you don't just go and pop all the other ones just because one of them is bad, right? And the same thing goes for our food decisions. All right, so what about practically if you're at the holiday party? How do you approach food? Well, the easiest way to do this is to seek out real food, and it really can be that simple. When in doubt, stop overcomplicating it. You don't need to go into a party and think about macros and calories and pairing this and that. Like, no, if God made it, eat it. And if he didn't, then train yourself to decide if it's worth it. And I want to emphasize that word decide, because you have the power to choose. That food, again, it does not have control over you. And if it does, we need to figure out why, and we need to figure out how to break that stronghold inside of Fit Moms Academy, because you do not have to live that way. You do not have to fear food and go into a restaurant or party and feel out of control around it. And speaking of Fit Moms Academy, the last thing I'll say when it comes to losing weight during the holidays and doing this with ease is to stop trying to do it alone. You will fail. And I'm sorry, Mama, to be so harsh, but we need each other. We can grit our teeth and we can do well for a while. And then eventually when life gets hard, when it's December 21st and you're trying to wrap up all the holiday things and finish your gifts, and you get the idea. I can't be the only one who does all things last minute with the holidays, right? When life gets hard and we're stressed and we want to fail, we need a place to process and to help keep us accountable. And the enemy, he wants us to keep our stuff in the dark. But when we bring it to light, that is where the real healing happens. And when we have a place to be real and realize that we're not alone in it, there's something that shifts in our heart toward healing. So now is the perfect time to give yourself the best Christmas gift for you and for your family, to heal from that ongoing struggle with weight and to walk in the freedom of who you're created to be, the way that heaven sees you. It is not too late, and you are not too far gone. I don't care how old you are or how long you've struggled with this or whatever your story is. And even in the holiday hustle and bustle, it is not a bad time to get started. In fact, it's the perfect time, because when we learn to master hard things in harder seasons, then you know that you can make it stick in less stressful seasons. And when you have a battle plan going into the holiday season, you will have strategy to be successful. You'll know exactly where you're going. So we want to invite you to talk to your spouse or whoever you need to talk to and consider making a health journey, and the investment to do so. Make that your gift this holiday season. You can get started for literally only $97 today inside of Fit Moms Academy. That's like 2 meals going out to eat with your family. or maybe less. And then you'll be really darn proud of yourself when January 1st rolls around. So hop over right now to kelseywickenhauser.com/join, and I cannot wait to meet you inside. Hey Fit Mom, if this episode blessed you today and you can think of somebody else who's struggling in her weight loss journey, would you consider sharing this week's episode with her to give her a sense of hope? And then while you're at it, hop on over to our free Facebook community, Kingdom Fit Moms, for daily encouragement and support. Let's go shed the weight to shine the light.